You know what I've always found really, like, almost satisfying about these setup tours is the fact that after every single setup tour, I always go, it can't get better. In the last setup tour, I was in my corner, literally over there in my room, and I was like, there's no way my setup could peak. I was like, it's at peak right now. It sounds great, it looks great, what could get better? I didn't realize that it could look and sound better. So suffice it to say, my setup is in a different room. I have a different microphone, I have a bunch of different stuff, a lot of stuff has changed. Anyways guys, in today's setup tour, I am going to take you over literally everything that I use to record my videos. So without further ado, let's begin. Okay, so for starters, this is my camera that I won from that YouTuber giveaway a couple months ago. It's the Canon M50 Mark II, and it's really nice. I use this for on-the-go shooting, as well as now I finally have it hooked up to be where it can be like a webcam for my computer. And that is thanks, of course, to the Elgato Cam Link for that. So I have it connected via this wire down underneath my computer to the Cam Link. And I suppose that now would probably be a good time to say, this isn't my room. This is actually my sister's room. She allowed me to have a corner of her room. I was like, hey, you know, my room's pretty small. Is there a chance you're off at college? I was like, could I, you know, have literally less than 1/4 of your room? Could I just have a space to put my desk in the corner? So if you see a bunch of stuff around my setup, it's not mine, including the cable management. So that's the camera. I also put it on this tripod for whenever I'm shooting. Now moving on over here, the desk is, it's an Amazon L-shaped desk. The chair was a cheap Amazon chair. I don't really know what else to say. It's this right here. Wow, look at that amazing edit. Thanks for that sick edit, Milo. We'll move on to the standard peripherals now. This right here is my Epomaker Alice 80 keyboard. I am not a big fan of the knob because I have a control on my headset for that, but it came with it. I couldn't get it paid to be removed, unfortunately. The switches inside this keyboard are Tech-C caret switches, and then the keycaps are just some, I believe, like, they're called Great Wave of Tamagawa Amazon keycap. All of this stuff will be linked in the description down below. So I'm gonna have a build guide on how I personally built this sometime soon because it sounds really nice. So if you want to subscribe just so that you can make sure you know when that video comes up. Moving on to the mouse, I believe this is a new addition from last time. This is the Razer Basilisk V3, and this mouse is nothing short but absolute perfection. Not everyone likes this mouse. In fact, a lot of the YouTube reviews I watched actually dissed this mouse, but I like it because it's comfortable. It has these side buttons, which makes editing so easy. I have this thumb button literally bound to the split action. The mouse pad is it's an Amazon mouse pad. I don't actually remember what brand made it. It's pretty cool. It's kind of a weeb mouse pad, but it matched my, at the time, keyboard. Now it doesn't match it quite as much, or I guess it does because of this little keycap here. It's got a pagoda here. It's got some cherry blossoms. It's a cool mouse pad. Fits everything nice and well. In terms of speakers, these are actually new within the week. These are the Red Dragon Anvil speakers, and I really like them. I actually got them from Micro Center when we were up in Maryland. Maryland vlog coming very soon. And they're really good. Like, I think I paid like 30 bucks for them, and they're really good quality speakers. And I wanted better quality speakers so that I don't constantly have to be wearing headphones while editing. Speaking of headphones, this is the Razer Kraken headset, and I have it mounted from a little previous sponsor headphone mount thing. So that's really cool. And while we're on the topic of audio stuff, this is the HyperX Quadcast S USB microphone. That is a mouthful, holy crap. This microphone I actually won as part of the giveaway from Basically Homeless. Again, if you haven't seen that video, it's in the top right hand of the screen right now. This microphone is really great. It's been really useful, and it's just been so helpful because I actually do voiceover work on Fiverr, and so this has made those sound like so much better. I have it on this cool little Amazon microphone mount that allows me to really quickly and easily just swivel it out of the way, throw it over here for when I'm not recording anything. I have the Temu stack of hundreds because I've recently been recording some Omegle videos and it's made it really funny. Pretty sure I'm nearly done with PC peripherals, but as far as my monitors go, this is the Scepter, I want to say E24 monitor. It's a 24-inch monitor. It's 85, well, actually, I don't remember. It's either 80 or 85 hertz refresh rate, and that's really nice. So basically, my main display that I do all my gaming and whatnot on is much more fluid than the other displays. However, these other ones are pretty good still. They're 60 hertz. They're not quite as quickly responsive, and these are both Scepter E20s. They're like 19.5-inch monitors. All in all, they're really good. I really like having this window. This window over here now is pretty much like exclusively my Discord window. This is exclusively my OBS window, and then whatever I'm recording is usually on this screen. This is my Stream Deck. It's just a Stream Deck Mark II. I have a couple things that I use really frequently preset on here, like my Discord, my DaVinci Resolve, my photo editing software, and all that good stuff. I have this really cool ring light. I believe I got it from Amazon a couple years ago. It's nice. It lights me up just enough. Also, by the way, I know I don't have it in this video, but I do have a key light that I also won from that Basically Homeless giveaway. And I usually use it for lighting that shot you may have seen in some of my reviews where I give my initial thoughts on the speaker. Show a clip of that on the screen right now. It looks really good when it's lit up by the key light. It looks very nice. Really, in terms of other peripherals, like I have a couple cables that are like third-party cables and whatnot. As you can see, my cable management is very good. Comment how much you love my cable management. It's very good. And everything plugs into one plug in the wall right over here. So if I were to pull this out, I would literally damage so much. Also, let's everybody comment, "We love you, Kale," because look at this neon sign, dude. This thing is absolutely sick. It's got this dope little remote here, so like you can like turn up how bright it is. You can set it to a bunch of different settings that I'm not going to demonstrate right now because it can do like strobe lights, it can do disco and everything. Back here I got a little scorpion thingy that's been encased. I got that from our family trip to Arizona. I also got a shungite from Temu just because, I mean, it's a shungite. What else do you want to know about that? This is the Razer Kaio Pro, and since having my camera over there, I haven't really used the Kaio Pro for very much other than a couple video meetings, just because it's easy to plug in. But I don't know. I might sell the Kaio Pro at some point soon because I don't really use it for a ton. And I've had a lot of glitches with it. Like, to be perfectly and completely honest, the Kaio Pro was, like, unusable for 2 months because there was some glitch. They patched it, thankfully, but there was some glitch in it, and, like, I don't know if the cable was messed up or what. It's working fine now, but there was a period there for about 2 months where I just couldn't use it. I believe it was like this January and February. It was really terrible. And finally, in terms of peripherals, I have back here my hard drive reading station. That's what I use for my file management and storage of videos. I don't have 5 terabytes of storage space just sitting there waiting to be used on my computer. And finally, we have the PC. Now, this PC is very cool. It's a Lenovo Legion, I believe, T5. It's not the best, but it's very good, and it has seriously come in clutch in terms of rendering videos. DaVinci is able to take advantage of my graphics card and use it really well. Spec list on the screen. I don't fully know the specs off the top of my head. I did when I bought it, obviously, but now I've kind of forgotten. As far as peripherals go, I think I covered everything. Just a little storage box. I put USB sticks and microfiber cloths in there. These are just blue light blocking glasses. I use them whenever I use my computer for more than an hour. And when it gets really hot, I put those gloves on. Because yes, occasionally my hands sweat while gaming. No, I'm not a sweaty gamer, Kathleen. I believe I've covered everything on the hardware side of this. Now, let's move on to the first time ever, the software. For this awesome background that responds to my mouse, that goes across monitors and everything, I have a tutorial showing how to do that. Top right hand of the screen right now. I use Wallpaper Engine for that, and it's been really cool and really great. The games I play the most are here at the top. I don't play most of these, really. One game has kind of sort of taken over every game. As far as internet browsing goes, for some things I use Google Chrome, but for most things I use Opera GX. I obviously use Discord for a lot of my calls and whatnot. A lot of gaming videos I use Discord for. I play Spotify in the background whenever I'm editing videos, and I recently thought I had malware, so I downloaded Malwarebytes. As far as editing goes, I think I said it already, but I use DaVinci Resolve just because it's free and there are a bunch of plugins that are really, really cool for it. For recording stuff, I use OBS Studio. If you want a tutorial on how I use OBS Studio to record gameplay and whatnot, just let me know. I use a really, really cool app called Simple Transfer Desktop. I transfer stuff from my phone, so large video files take 14.5 years to upload to iCloud, so I use this app and it transfers it immediately to my desktop. It's really awesome. And then I use the Insta360 Studio app for any 360 video editing that I'm doing. I don't really like editing it on my phone, just because it's not the most user-friendly in my opinion. As far as other monitors go, I'm pretty sure I said this earlier, but I usually put OBS on this monitor, I put Discord on this monitor, and I put whatever I'm currently playing on this monitor, and thankfully my PC is able to juggle all of that. I believe that, whenever I record like voiceovers and whatnot, I usually use Audacity, but I don't do that super often. And as far as thumbnails go, I use this program called Photopea. It's basically a dumbed down version of Photoshop that's in your browser, and I know a lot of people say, well, GIMP is free. If you saw in an earlier clip, I do have GIMP installed on my computer, but GIMP is not very user-friendly in my opinion, and just feels clunky to use. It takes like forever to pull up. And I would rather hit a button on my Stream Deck and go to Photopea.com. This is just really quickly, this is how I usually record. A lot of people actually don't realize, but if you set your resolution to 3840 by, I want to say 1080, then you'll be able to make this cool little double wide. And over here, obviously, you've got my camera. And then over here, I would put my window. And that allows you to zoom in on the camera without losing a bunch of quality. Basically, it keeps this camera quality at the absolute highest, and also keeps my screen at the absolute highest. Basically, then what I do is I render it as two different clips in DaVinci, and that allows it to be how it is here. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this setup tour. Thank you so much for watching, and have another setup tour over here. Have another video over here, and subscribe right over my face. Let me know if you want to do more setup tours in the future. I'll probably not be making another setup tour for about a year, and bye.